This is Mags on Media, and two quick items now from the world of media and brand communication. In our New York Creative Week special last week, we showed you how the ad industry is actively developing young talent through an initiative called Portfolio Day, which sees executives mentoring prospective creatives. Well, locally, the McCann agency hosting their second annual Portfolio Night, which gave youngsters the opportunity to show off their skills to advertising heavyweights. We think it's a great platform for recruitment and the growth of talent at large. And 10 months after launching Alterna TV, South Africa's first 24-hour online TV channel, well, it's growing its footprint in the digital space. A free mobile app that will allow viewers to access free content anytime, anywhere is being launched, as well as a new pop music feed. High school and university students can also look forward to a new show called Maths Pod. It's a tutorial show aimed at developing skill in mathematics. All right, let's move from one piece of digital innovation to another now. The Native VML agency receiving a silver pencil at the One Show in New York for its work on an app called Bookly, aimed at getting people, and particularly kids, to start reading again. The app offers a digital library on Mxit. Joining me now to talk us through the workings of it all is Native VML's Levon Rivers with the title of Head of Invention. It rolls nicely off the tongue. Thank you very much indeed. The genesis of this app, first of all, it was tied in to the launch of a book. Pick up the story for me.
So we started off wanting to launch a book called Team Trinity last year, and we were trying to find the best way to access the kids. And we decided that Mxit was the best way to start with that. They've got 6.5 million monthly active users, so it's really an awesome user base. Why on
a social or on a technological platform? I put the case to you that it's difficult to read the book, surely, on a smartphone.
I would agree, but if you have absolutely no other option, if there is no library within a few kilometers of you and you don't have the money to actually buy the book, we wanted to start with something that the kids do have access to, which is a basic feature phone.
Talk to me a little bit about how difficult it was to adapt what we know as the pages of the book into a technological device. In other words, the functionality and the technology behind it.
Well, I mean, obviously there are other applications and devices that do this. I mean, the Kindle is obviously the best. Sure. But we wanted to do something that would actually work on a feature phone, because obviously, this being South Africa, we have a very different market. And a lot of what people have, they don't have smartphones or any Kindle or anything like that. So we had to try and go back to the basics and make something that would work on a text-based only. And obviously, once we'd done that, it was a little bit easier to start rolling out new books. And we have now got over 450 books on the platform.
A writing app as well, or a writing platform. Tell me a little bit about that.
So we decided that we wanted to expand off of Mxit, and we've also now opened up a mobile site. What's great about this is that it now allows people to write booklies, which is basically a short piece of fiction, right on their phones. And we've had awesome results with this so far. We've got booklies in all 11 official languages.
You make the point, Levon, that children just simply don't read anymore. This has come at a very important time, hasn't it?
Yeah, well, obviously, with the problems that we've been having with the textbook crisis and all that in Limpopo, we are trying to find a way to make reading fun again. And the best way to do this is to have content that kids would want to read.
On the other hand, there must be a solid educational strategy behind this as well down the line. I mean, is this not a way of, in time, delivering those textbooks that you talk about?
Well, we want to start off, like I say, with making it fun. But again, this is only the beginning. Hopefully, what we would like to do is to get all of our textbooks onto a platform similar to Bookly. The problem with that at the moment is that if you're trying to do something similar to maths, you've got a lot of diagrams and equations and all that, and they're not going to work very well on a small screen on a feature phone. But hopefully with some sort of partnership, we'd be able to work tablets into it or something along those lines.
Okay, don't talk to me about school mathematics. We'll skip along, shall we, if we can. What sort of response have you had from the traditional and the often dour book community, and I choose that word carefully, given that they're not often perhaps open to innovation like this?
It's actually been great. We're actually calling it the Bookly movement these days, because on the one side we have got a host of publishers on board. Pan Macmillan has just started to give us some of their stuff.
So they're seeing the technological advantage here.
So. Also have a lot of educators coming on board, and we're also getting authors.
Does an app like this actually signal the end of books or the start of the end of books as we know them?
You know, I'm still...
You're going to be bold enough to say yes?
No, I'm going to go with no, because I used to work at Exclusive Books when I was at Varsity, and there is nothing like having a real book in your hands. Having said this, I still do use my Kindle and Bookly probably a lot more often than I do an old book.
At least the movement has started. Levon Rivers from Native VML, well done.
Thank you.
Silver Pencil at the One Show in New York. Thank you very much for joining us.
Great.
Let's move from reading to holidays now, and a new ad for Tourism SA, beautifully shot and with a tear-jerking twist at the end, has gone viral. The overriding strategy is a call to reconsider South Africa as a destination choice. It's powerful, it's emotive, but it's garnered mixed reaction online. From sentimental schmaltz to too little KZN, to propaganda at its finest. On the positive side, an awesome video capturing the country, to this is my Africa, this is my South Africa. Well, here it is, and you can let us know what you think about the ad on our Facebook page.
You see it for the first time. A scene so striking, it remains in your memory forever. Is it a moment that stops you in your tracks and leaves you in awe? Some people spend their whole lives looking for it. When you open yourself up to it, suddenly you find yourself in a place where true beauty isn't something you'll ever see. Because in this place, beauty has a much deeper meaning. Which is why, when you meet South Africa, you will reconsider what you think you know.
Coming up on Mags on Media, we'll sit down with the man behind the design of the 9/11 Memorial Museum in New York.
News that moves. ENCA.com.